Hi everyone, it's Wayne here, also known as the Plantaholic. This week I'll be looking around the garden now that spring-like weather's finally here. So I'll be having a look in the Woodland Border and also looking at some of the plants after the big freeze to see how they've fared. And finally have a look in the vitopod propagator, my seedlings, from the seeds that I sowed several weeks ago. So this is my woodland border at the bottom of my garden, and as you can see it's looking very spring-like now. We did have temperatures down to -6 and temperatures down to freezing for a week or so. -6 is 21 Fahrenheit, but today it's 11 degrees or 52 Fahrenheit, and so things are coming back, such as this gorgeous hellebore here, absolutely stunning, dark purple, almost black, and a fantastic contrast to the galanthus or snowdrop or milk flower, as galanthus translates to in Greek. This one's actually called SR knot. It's an upright large flowering snowdrop, and it's got those gorgeous green blotches there too. Absolutely stunning. Can you see the orangey pollen that's fell out there as well on top of the white sepals? I've got some other snowdrops here. These are just straight galanthus nivalis, the wild species, the most common of all snowdrops. And next to that I've got hellebore Anna's red. So if I just tilt this one up, you can have a look in the centre of this one. Absolutely stunning. Next to those I've got some primroses, not in flower yet of course, but next to those are the cyclamen coum. Very hardy plants, they flower between December and March. I've also got some crocus thomasinianus, absolutely stunning. And next to that I've got narcissus, or a daffodil. And this one's one of the earliest flowering cultivars called Tamara. I've then got another hellebore, Helleborus argutifolius, with the green flowers. I've got a variegated rhamnus Alaternus argento variegatus. And I've also got the lovely birch tree there. This is Silver Shadow, one of the best for the white trunks. This evergreen shrub is Skimmia japonica rubella. It flowers in April, and you can see it's absolutely smothered in flower buds now. The dark pinky red flower buds are just as attractive as the white flowers. The white flowers are extremely fragrant when they open, and like I say, it's an evergreen, so it's a good backdrop for many other plants. And the scent is so powerful in April time, it's absolutely fantastic. Next to that I've got a Pieris japonica, and again that's set in flower buds as well. Again it will flower in April, and both of these plants like acid soil, which I've got here. These euphorbias also usually flower in April. Obviously they're a bit early this year. This is Caracus wolfenii, also known as spurges. Beautiful greeny yellow flowers, much loved by bees, with a gorgeous silvery blue glaucous foliage. These have actually self-sown here. I did plant them in the border next door, but they've much happier growing here. They've actually self-sown in the gravel next to the conifer hedge. So I'm pleased to say that the Acacia dealbata varalpina survived the -6 or 22 Fahrenheit. As you can see, the flowers are absolutely stunning. They smell absolutely superb too. Beautiful tree. Definitely deserves to be grown more in the UK. And the Yucca elephantiapes has also survived, no problem at all. So yeah, from this angle it looks good too. There's just a little bit of leaf marking just there, but all in all think you'll agree. Not bad for a, you know, a large house plant, surviving -6. The palms are great too, I'm pleased to say. The Beauty Urjarata, completely untouched. The central spear is sound, very firm in the centre, no sign of spear pullings. And if we look round to my Brahia armata, still absolutely stunning. In fact, the spears are growing again now. It's actually warmed up, so you can see there's a new leaf coming up here, and then another one there in the centre too. Absolutely stunning silver blue foliage. What I did do when we had the -6, I put it right in the corner here of the house for extra protection. And the same with the cordyline pink passion, absolutely stunning, and the two provide a good contrast with one another, in fact. Okay, so this is one plant that obviously did not like the -6 that we had. This is a Beautilon Mega Botanicum. It's not dead, all the leaves have obviously crisped up in the frost and gone black, but it's certainly not dead. And by doing a fingernail test, if I scrape the wood, you can see it's green inside, so it's absolutely fine. It will come back in the spring. It just looks a bit of a mess at the moment. I left my smallest Cycad, Cycas revoluta, outside for the winter. I do have a large one inside the conservatory. I thought I'd give this as an experiment. The foliage isn't looking great, obviously it's been frosted off in the -6, but I'm hopeful that it will regrow come June, July time. The cortex is nice and firm, the trunk, so hopefully it will bounce back. My hardy aloe, Aloe striatula, again was hit back by the frost, the -6. The foliage isn't looking great. I may lose the top, but the stem is quite firm at the base, so hopefully it will come back from the base, even if I lose the top growth. Well, for the past couple of years we've been able to have Melancholy Major survive the winter, the top growth survive the winter, so that it flowers in May. Obviously this winter's been colder, so we have lost all of the top growth this year, so we won't get flowers in May, but obviously this can be cut back to the ground and it will regrow from the base and provide that gorgeous glaucous silvery blue foliage. So it won't be as tall as previous years, it'd be shorter and stockier, but the foliage would probably be a lot better. Next to that I've got the hardy Chamaerops or Chamaerops humilis palm. This one's volcano, and as you can see it's very hardy, -6, no problem at all, and obviously it's evergreen, and it's a dwarf palm, won't get much taller than this, so it's great for the front of a border. Another completely hardy palm, this is Trachycarpus wagnerianus, and again completely untouched by the frost, absolutely stunning palm, very stiff leaves, and yeah, can tolerate temperatures down to -20 or so, so yeah, no problem at all. The schefflera taiwaniana, completely untouched by the frost again, so it's looking superb. Nice firm stem, nice and thick and firm at the top, no problem with softening due to frost, and those gorgeous red petioles and the evergreen foliage. So they say it's hardy to about -12 or maybe more, so yeah, it's looking really good. This Iris confusa, you can see it has been touched by the frost. It's not looking 100%, but obviously it's definitely survived. It should keep most of this top growth, I should imagine, and flower in May, June time, and of course it will regrow from the base too. Fatsia polycarpa on the whole is fine. Just a little bit of frost damage on the new leaves at the top, but I don't see that as a concern. I think that will regrow, no problem at all, come the springtime. The Tetrapanax papyrifera rex completely defoliated due to the cold, but again, stem's nice and firm, so that should be no problem at all. The tree dahlias, well, obviously I've lost all the top growth and I might have lost the whole plant. It's too early to tell. Obviously there's many plants it's too early to tell if they've survived the winter, such as my cannas, dahlias and my tree dahlias, but hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll come back from the base. If not, I might have to buy some new plants this year. Sarracenias, completely fine outside. Haven't done anything to them. I'll cut them back in April time. Just shows how hardy they are. They've been stood in this water, source of water, all through the winter so far, and yeah, looking good. Okay, so inside my vitopod propagator, we'll have a look at the seeds that I sown on the 18th of January. And you can see that many of them have started to germinate, which is really good. Unfortunately, the bulbs in my grow lamps finish working. It's because they're actually more than 2 years old now, and the lifespan's just over 2 years. So I have ordered some new ones. They should be delivered quite soon. Luckily, I've got some windows in my shed, so that does allow some light to get in through to the seedlings. They're a little bit etiolated, a little bit drawn up to the light, such as these. These are the Dendroceris littoralis that I sowed. So they're looking a bit spindly, but it's fine. When I prick them out or transplant them in a week or two's time, I will bury the stem a bit lower to give them more support in the compost, and it will also encourage rooting along the stem. So obviously I will do a video when I come to prick them out or transplant them. I've got some Sonchus acaulis, so got several there germinated. I think there's 5 there. Now I can't remember how many seeds I sowed. I might have sown 5, so all 5 might have come up, hopefully, fingers crossed. And I've got the Mexican white tree daisy here. They've germinated, so I've got 3 there at least. The Rosjesianthe superba. Again, you can see this is really etiolated. It's going towards the light, but I can solve that problem when I come to prick it out. I've also got a some Albizia distachya germinating too, so this one is just starting. This one's doing quite well too. And I've also got another Sonchus germinated just there. I'm obviously hoping when I get my bulbs delivered, I will have a lot more germinating in the next few weeks. Okay guys, so I hope you've enjoyed this week's video, and I'll see you next week. Bye.